What mindset needs to change in small medium practitioners to help bring this customer delight?
Those professionals who update themselves, who make use of the technological changes which are coming in, they will thrive. Not only survive, they will thrive. So, when I started practice, there was no computer. So I started off with, those Lal Khata audits. The practice area has changed from compliance to consulting. But compliance practice will gradually go down. Consulting practice will gradually become more important. I believe that in consulting practices, use of technology is even more important.
Yes.
People are coming in to know, to learn, to understand how is AI going to impact them in future. These people are not coming for CPRs. So there is a difference between normal CP hours and this AI course. I would believe that today, even if the top level starts using, that itself will be a big change. We need to change that mentality and think of us, think of our firm as a client of ours.
Financial auditors, or let's say process auditors, right? How can we as CA firms or CAs at large be strategic advisor to our clients?
Obviously, your audit partner is unlikely to have textbooks on his table.
Right? I think we as chartered accountants have that privilege, right? And somewhere in one of the seminars which I was there, somebody says that nobody understands the number better than us.
With conviction, I say that even today we are the most trusted profession. There is no area of practice where technology cannot be a game changer.
Where do you see our profession in the next 5 to 10 years? Is AI going to kill our job as a CA?
You see, disruption will definitely be there. With such kind of a technological change or development, there will be disruption. Unless you know the industry very well, you cannot become a strategic advisor. You can be you can help in compliance, you can be an auditor, you can advise in specific areas, but not strategic advisor, not advisor to the business as a whole. For that, the first thing is to develop sector-specific or industry-specific knowledge. That is a must. Unless you do that, you cannot be a strategic advisor. Now, coming to your second part of the question, what are the niche areas which a chartered accountant can develop and practice in? There are so many things available today. We must understand that the compliance practice is going down and we must look forward to adapting other areas as our practice areas. Some of the areas we always talk about insolvency, we talk about valuation, we talk about litigation. Those are areas where people can thrive. But you need to develop the expertise. Similarly, there are many other areas where if you develop the expertise, you can actually become a very good professional and you can be respected in the society and in the commercial world. Now, if I do not have to talk about specific things or name areas, broadly I would like to say that pick up any field of an industry process, develop an expertise in that. And if you are in a position to show the particular industry or an entity that in this I have an expertise and I can save you this much of money. Just a small example. That particular entity would be happy to pay you much more than he pays to the compliance auditor.
Absolutely.
So pick up any particular thing. You tell him you're going to save 100 rupees in this. Pay me 30 rupees, you take 70 rupees. How I save you 100 rupees is my expertise. He'll be ready to pay.
Got it.
So with that mentality, we have to work.
But age-old dilemma within CAs. Okay. CAs and technology cannot go together. Okay.
They must go together. Unless they go together, we cannot survive in future.
So just take through your journey. You said that you have seen that big Lal Khata ledger preparation to what we are doing currently in Tally or SAP or Oracle, right? So how have you upskilled yourself, transformed yourself? Okay. I mean, that should be a case study for others to understand. And look, see, when I did my article check, we were using Excel, right? From Excel to something like IDEA or ACL might not be a big jump. But for someone who was doing audit in that red khata, lal khata era to come and do audit in this, or for that matter, any service offering in this AI driven world, what were your learning and how did you change your journey from phase to phase? Because there's a massive shift from that, what you started and what you are right now.
So when I started my practice, I started in a very small place. And all the CA firms there were using typewriters, the old generation typewriters. So first thing I did immediately after starting practice is, instead of buying a typewriter, I bought an electronic typewriter, so that the speed of my typing becomes much faster than theirs. The next thing I did within 2 years of my practice is that I bought a computer. Okay. By the time others bought a computer with 9-pin printers, I shifted to 32-pin. So anybody who's, trying to take a step forward ahead of the others will get the benefit out of it. Of course, we cannot compare ourselves with the top 6 or anything. But among the CA firms of your particular locality, wherever you are practicing, if you are using technology of a slightly higher level than what others are doing, you would definitely get an advantage. And if you have to, take yourself up from serving the clients of that particular locality to, say, state level clients or national clients, and then say global clients, then obviously you have to be farther steps ahead. So with that mentality, somebody has to work that, okay, I have clients up to this level today. My next level should be this. And for that level, I need to do this. But any CFO must have a vision. And with that vision in mind, you have to work. And you have to also invest in technology, keeping that vision in mind.
Very often we see that there are books of audits, there are books of taxation inside the room of a CA. But very rarely do we see a tech book or a tech magazine inside a CA's room, right? So your journey, right? You transformed from that age to the current age, and you obviously projected yourself to be one step ahead, with respect to your competitors, right? Now, how do CA firms currently, they can project themselves that now they are ready to be their strategic advisor, okay? And upskill themselves so that they project it in a much better way. Okay, how is this going to change and what they need to do?
Obviously, your audit partner is unlikely to have tech books on his table. Your tax partner is unlikely to have tech books on his table.
Absolutely.
But for a CA firm, what is important is that you have a tech partner.
Yes.
Who will have these books on his table?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It is not that you can become an expert in technologies, but your team must have one expert in technologies.
Absolutely.
And he must guide you. He must guide the firm how to remain ahead of the competitors.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it is basically building a core team or partnering with some other partners, and then collectively going to the client that, look, we have an extended partner, we can do this, okay, we can get into your technology, we can be your technology advisor also. So a lot of firms, they have now started something called ITAS, which is Information Technology Advisory Services. Okay, so consulting anything and everything around IT, consulting anything and everything around data, anything and everything around cyber security. Okay, so it's for them to basically go have that confidence instilled in the client, because I feel that within an organization, they are the ones who have got the authority to open the room of the top-notch executives of that particular company, sit with them, discuss with them the numbers, discuss with them the business aspect to it, right? I think we as chartered accountants have that privilege, right? And somewhere in one of the seminars which I was there, somebody says that nobody understands the number better than us. And the day we get to understand and embrace technology, it will be a deadly combination. Okay. How do you see this statement in line with other professions wherein they are much rapidly accepting the technology in their curriculum, in their daily usage? Okay. How is this particular, quote is relevant?
It is definitely relevant. Starting from where you started your question. Basically, it is not essential that you have a technology man who is an engineer to partner with you. Because if you have to do that, if you have to make him a partner, then you have to shift yourself from assurance services.
Absolutely.
You cannot be in assurance services and also remain in consulting services, partnering with IT professionals. But you can have chartered accountants who are IT professionals. My firm has a partner who is a chartered accountant, a practicing chartered accountant, but who has a background of working as an IT professional, as a SAP expert in top companies of the world. So he has that background. He is my IT partner today. One solution is that kind of a scene. There you can have a chartered accountant as your partner who's an IT expert. He can be an IT partner. Or otherwise you go into consulting and leave aside assurance fully, and then you can have partners from other fields.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, am I missing something? There was something else which you asked.
So I asked that, how you are going to project
Okay, right. Yeah.
to your client.
Right. So, and that quote.
Yeah.
Obviously, chartered accountants are best placed to do it, to enter. We are lucky that, and we have earned it through our services, that the business houses and the society trusts us. And I'm saying this irrespective of whatever is coming out in newspapers and what people are saying. Feeling. Okay. With conviction, I say that even today we are the most trusted professionals. Right. Okay. So we have that advantage. But then after entering, you should be in a position to convince them.
Yes.
How do you do that? Otherwise, second entry would not be there.
Correct.
So for convincing them, you must be prepared. And if possible, take your tech partner along with you.
Yes. Absolutely.
Whereas, where you would talk about the business aspect of it, he can pitch in with how technology is going to help in that particular thing. Then only you can become a strategic consultant to that particular industry or entity.
Absolutely. So the domain expertise coupled with our ability to see the numbers from different angles.
Yes. Coupled and analyze things properly. We have analytical bent of mind, which is absent in most of the other professions.
Absolutely. Coupled with your tech partner
and your experience on top of it.
Correct. That is against, a deadly combination to basically defeat, right? Now, you have been practicing, right? what are some of the core areas of practice where automation can be a game changer for a CA firm? Okay, where they can have a tangible or a scalable return on investment. So we talked about technology as an investment. So what are those typical small example areas where a CA firms can, incorporate technology and have that ROI for their firm?
There is no area of practice where technology cannot be a game changer. In each and every area of practice, technology can become a game changer. Now, so far as the ROI thing is concerned, it depends on what kind of clientele do you have. With extremely low level clients, micro level clients, perhaps it will take time to make them understand, to sell your services, and obviously to get a better ROI. With small and medium level, that's not going to be the case. There you can convince them, especially in the medium level. Leave aside the large entities. So there you can perhaps convince them that this is how it is going to help. And high level technology usage for micro level clients may not be financially feasible as well, correct? Whereas for medium level clients, and maybe depending on the technology in some of the cases for even small level clients, it would be a possibility. So if you have those levels of clients, your ROI will come faster.
Absolutely. Couple of questions to end the podcast, which I keep on asking people, whoever I meet. Where do you see our profession in the next 5 to 10 years?
Booming. In what word?
And how do you see your a CA today to have something like tech CA? How do you envision that persona?
See, the number of firms where there will be chartered accountants who become tech CA like Dipak Singh would be limited. But those firms will really, really boom. Other firms will be there who will take a small slice of the cake, who will develop IT capabilities and would give better services to the clients and will keep progressing in life. There'll be some firms who would not like to change. The problem lies with them. They would face the music. All others will actually do well in profession. Okay.
So it's all about, for the firms who have not yet started their journey, to start the thinking process,
Yes.
to accept the technology, because they're already late in the run.
Yeah.
The other firms have, or the mid-size or the big firms, they've gone ahead. But still there is time, sooner the better, right, for them to start their journey. This brings to the last and the most important question that I always ask. Is AI going to kill our job as a CA?
Question does not arise. No way. AI is going to be an enabler for better services. It's going to help the profession. It's not going to kill the profession.
And why do you say so convincingly? Because I'll just take some references from World Economic Forum, wherein they have said in the top 10 declining jobs, it's the bookkeeping, traditional auditing, that would be the highest impacted areas.
You see, disruption will definitely be there. With such kind of a technological change or development, there will be disruption. But remember one thing, human beings have created the AI, absolutely. And human beings are going to be needed to run the AI. Absolutely. So, although there will be challenges, our profession is not going to go anywhere. We will remain, we will survive. See, a profession has faced many, many challenges in the past. We have survived and we have thrived. This time also, we are going to survive, we are going to thrive, and we are going to continue to remain relevant for the society, for the business, for the government.
So the relevant words is quite important. That we have to be relevant, right? You have to be. We were relevant 50 years back. We are relevant now, and we would be relevant 50 years.
With the changing times, we will change ourselves and remain relevant.
Top 3 things to close the podcast. Top 3 things, do's and don'ts. Okay, for a mid-size CA firm, if you would like to, summarize. First, let's go with do's. Top 3 do's.
Okay. Top 3 do's. One is, which I've already told, invest in infrastructure, manpower, and physical infrastructure. Technological infrastructure, human resource infrastructure, and physical infrastructure.
So it's PPT, people, process, and technology.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Second is, make a plan which is 5 years or 10 years for the firm.
Because we are taking forecasting for clients.
Yes, but we don't do it for ourselves. So do it for yourselves and then try and achieve that. Try and have goals, targets, achieve them. Both short term and medium term, if not longer. And third, do always keep updating yourself, keep studying, keep learning new things. In whatever field you are, in whatever specialization you are doing, in whatever expertise you have, there is going to be continuous change and development. Keep yourself abreast with that. In don'ts, first thing I would say is, don't ever think that any kind of disruption can take you away from the profession. Always remember that you have it within you to survive and thrive.
We survived 4 years of hard work, article sheet, qualified.
Yeah, that itself has made us so resilient that we cannot be defeated anywhere. Okay. Number 2, don't ever marry the firm name. If you are in profession, you have to grow. At times, it may so happen that you have to take in new people. Some people do not intend to change their firm name. They are married to their firm name and they have too much of emotional attachment with it. So instead of having that emotional attachment, you should have an emotional attachment that my firm should have perpetuity. And for that perpetuity, you must have a second level plan. You must have a succession plan. For that succession plan, if you have to do away with your firm name, so be it. Correct. And number 3, some CAs feel that they need to do everything. Don't ever do that. Trust your team. Then only you can increase the level of work. Otherwise, you can't.
So basically, allocation or delegation of the duty rather than taking everything in your hand to
train your people and trust them.
As you pay. Because one point of time, somebody would have trusted you and then trained you to do the work. That's where you are right now. I think with this, we will close this podcast. Thanks a lot, Ravi sir, to
Right, easy.
Podcast.
With pleasure.
I mean, as a well-wisher of the fraternity, you are always available for us, for your guidance in this particular domain, and with your words that we have to be relevant and we have to thrive in this world. We close this podcast. Thanks again for being a part of this podcast. Thanks.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, everybody.